He'll get you right. Create your life. It's the realtor's life. With Coach Mike. He'll get you right. Create your life. It's the realtor's life. With Coach Mike. He'll get you right. Create your life.
Welcome to another Realtor Life podcast, part of B&D TV's weekly lineup of shows. I am your host, Michael G. Davis, broker and CEO of Brooks & Davis Real Estate Firm. And we have another phenomenal guest for you today. But before I bring them on, I want to remind you that we are streaming live to our Facebook page, Brooks & Davis Real Estate Firm Facebook page, as well as our Success in Real Estate YouTube channel. So I want to invite you to place your comments in the chat and your questions and take part in the show. Also, if you have a real estate need, like looking to buy a house or putting your house on the market for sale, or maybe you're interested in a career in real estate, or you're already licensed and you're looking for a change in brokerage firm, then I want to invite you to stay on for a very special message just for you. All right. So without further ado, I want to bring to the stage, he's a friend of mine. I've known him for years as it relates in this real estate space. He is the founder and CEO of Disruption Nation. He's a real estate professional, formerly with Top Producers Magazine. So he's going to come on board and he's going to tell us all about what he does outside of his real estate expertise. I want to bring to the stage a good friend of mine, friend of Brooks & Davis, Mr. Taylor Waidhofer.
I appreciate it, man. Waidhofer, not the
Waidhofer. There we go. What's going on, buddy? Look, I never have to call you by your last name, man. I'll just say, brother, Taylor.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. Michael G. Davis, thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Hey, look, man, the pleasure is all mine, brother. I always like to explain a little bit of why we do this show. Of the 18 years of being in real estate, in the real estate industry, I feel that as professionals, we hadn't been appreciated. Like our clients, our customers, sometimes even our colleagues, man, they put us in this box, not recognizing that we're people too, man, people with passions, many layers. So I wanted to create this platform where professionals like yourself that's in the real estate space could come on and showcase the many passions that we have in addition to being in real estate. So, and then, with my background in coaching, sometimes we may do a little bit of coaching, just provide just additional value for the audience base. So before we get started, Taylor, when they hear your story and they learn more about you, I know people are going to want to connect. So where can they connect with you digitally?
We run 9 social platforms. So Taylor Waidhofer at all of them. Okay. Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, Taylor Waidhofer. Okay. I'm the owner of Disruption Nation Network. So that's the other half of our social channels. Type that in. You'll get me and or my team. So Taylor Waidhofer, Disruption Nation Network.
Yeah.
We're live at 5.
Good, man. And you engage on all of them, Taylor? Like when they're wanting to connect specifically with you, it's just any one of them, whatever, they pick their poison, huh?
Yep. Pick the poison. I'd say, personal is probably the one that catches my eye the most, but my team's fielding the rest. So make sure you we'll get back to you.
Let's do it, man. Well, we're going to jump right in, man. Taylor, I always start off with the same question because again, the platform is about, the passions and things we're interested in spite of real estate. So what are some hobbies or things that you and your family are a part of?
I mean, hobbies, just we stay active, and I think that's super important. I live in a high rise, single full-time dad, got 2 boys that are 10 and 12. We've been here for, I think 3-4 years. And sometimes people can't wrap their mind around you're in a high rise. And I'll joke with them. I'm like, well, if I was married, I might not be able to pull this off, but it works out. I was like, we got sports, and we're not here much, we eat, sleep. It's like kind of a quick turnaround and we're on the go. We like to travel, got a bay house, love to fish, try to get them skiing once or twice a year. So, I'd rather, just the memories, I'm all about the memories and creating the experiences and stuff for my boys. I'm in that same kind of stage in this life as you are, with enjoying, the the fast pace, many, sporting commitments, right,
Yeah.
on a weekly. And so we're in a sweet spot. We're in a sweet spot because you talk to older dads and they're like, oh man, I could just see it in their face and their eyes and hear it in their voice. And they're like, I miss it. Like, I miss it. And
They miss those moments.
We're gonna be singing the same song one day. So,
So let's unpackage some of that, man. So you mentioned sports, you mentioned, fishing, you mentioned skiing. So what kind of sports are the boys into?
Swimming, baseball, and Little League right now.
Oh, wow. Okay. And so they play, and how often do they play? They play very frequently?
Yeah, I mean, they miss. Swimming's 5 days a week, and then it blends on top of Little League and tennis, and I can't get them all to, different places at the same time, but I do the best I can. So it just we make work what we can make work.
That's right. And you said they're 10 and 12?
Correct.
10 and 12. What made them get into those sports? Like, did it start at kind of a young age, being exposed to something that you used to do in the past? Like, how'd they get into those?
Mom put me into all of it, let me pick. And I'm a kid from Houston, fell in love with ice hockey. I don't know how that worked out, but I took it on a 14-year run, played for, the Cougs, played for U of H, and, tried out semi-pro. So it worked out. And I've just taken the same approach with my boys. I put them in everything.
So time out. Let me stop there because I'm a native Houstonian as well. U of H has an ice hockey team?
Yeah, man. I mean, they did when I was, when I was in college, but we played. I don't know about currently. Is collegiate, right? So we played UT, A&M, OU, SMU, one or two.
Really?
That was our. Baylor had a squad, and we got first one year, second the next, or the other. So it was fun, man.
Man, let me tell you, brother. I'm 43 years old. Like I said, I've been in real estate I've been in Houston my entire life. And when I tell you, I had zero clue. Where did they practice?
I got a jersey, man. Coach. I mean, Cougars, Waidhofer on it. It was a thing. It was a thing for a minute. Our head coach was Clear Lake, so all of our practices and stuff were out at the, Clear Lake 45 South. City Boulevard, Ice Rink or whatever out there.
I didn't even, brother. Look, man, I didn't even know that was a thing, sir. I didn't even know that was a thing, man. That is crazy.
Playing hockey in Texas is not a thing. I mean, being from here, everybody, where are you from? You from up north? Like, where'd you move from? Are you Canadian from Minnesota? I'm like, no, I just.
So how'd you run across hockey? Like being from Houston, like no team, I know they had the Aces at one point.
Arrows.
The Arrows. Yeah, they had the Arrows at one point. But how'd you get exposed to hockey?
I don't know. Honestly, we were at a birthday party with my sister at the Gallery Ice Rink, and my sister was like, I want to be a figure skater. And my mom was like, all right. So she signed my sister up, and she was like, you want to take hockey lessons? Like I think I was skating in the neighborhood playing inline hockey or something.
Yeah.
And she's like, I'm going to be dragging your sister up here a couple days a week anyway. I mean, I may as well drag you up here, well, otherwise, what are you going to do? You're just going to be sitting around. And I think that's how it started, man. So I was like, all right. And then the big push was I was 12 years old, and to play inline hockey, you had to be 14. And I was like, well, in 2 years, I could probably figure out how to, but you could play ice hockey at any age, but I didn't know how to ice skate. I just knew how to like rollerblade. But I picked it up quick, man. I picked it up like 6 months before I would say I was like legit.
Yeah.
And then once I went to ice, man, I was no going back. It's faster. You can hit harder. It's more aggressive. And I'm just like, I'm getting away from the concrete. It hurts when you fall. Ice, you can bust ass, but if you fall, at least you slide. It's not as painful on that front. So there's just a lot of things about it that I liked, man. So
wow.
I'm a competitor, right? So it's a competitive sport, and it just fit well.
Wow. So did you used to swim? Like, how did you get connected to swimming? Was that something that you did in the past, or it was just something you wanted to expose your boys to?
Same. My mom did what I'm doing to my boys. Yep, swim team every summer growing up.
Yeah.
Didn't like it. I mean, I'd win, but I hated it. I was just trying to, I don't know. I mean, I was like, so she finally let me out of it, but just all well-rounded, man. My mom, she did a good job, I think. So
That it sounds like. Well, I already know that, brother, as for the years that I've known you. So I know she did a phenomenal job with you, man. So I definitely appreciate you sharing that with us. So, okay, so let's talk a little bit about your journey into this real estate space. So how did all that get started, Taylor?
corporate gifting, closing gifts for realtors, lenders, and builders. I did that for about 7 or 8 years. You know, built
Yeah,
some pretty
that's
good
how we
names.
met. That's how
That's
we
how
met.
we met. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
you gave our gifts for pushing 5 years, I think, and then that a lot of relationships grew out of that. Very fortunate. Was able to. I spoke at hundreds of brokerages, did hundreds, probably thousands of presentations. Across Greater Houston and the real estate community. Met a lot of people. Right, grew the network. Was reached out to by my previous company with the magazine that I ran for 5 years, and that was a blast, man. It's a franchise I owned for a while. First one in Texas, and I think we were number 2 in the nation for a couple of years running that deal. And same thing, it's about community, which then I'm morphed into, the Disruption Nation Network, which is I'm running now, and we're about 4 months old. The official company, the podcast, we're 130 episodes in, and it's a lot of fun, man. We have a good time. We're focused on helping businesses build their brands. Like you and I got to make some videos with Larry 2-3 weeks ago, but just get more connected to the people that they're trying to get connected on. Brand's important to everybody, and we do a lot on social and just help people out, man, when we have in-person events that we're hosting too. And my favorite thing is watching relationships grow, and that's what it's all about. So
No, absolutely, man. And the beauty of it, Taylor, is that you just recently transitioned into this space with Disruption Nation, and I know I know you tried to give us the abridged version or the cliff notes around what all Disruption Nation offers, but I really would like for you to take time, because I know there's many people in my audience that need to become a part of the nation and need to get connected to it. So, we know about the podcast, but talk to us about some of the events that Disruption Nation hosts.
So the events, I mean, our next one is, our timing couldn't be better, because we're having a boat event for the last 5 summers. I don't think your business partner's ever missed one. We do an awesome boat event. So I'll talk about that one because that's our next one.
Yeah.
DisruptionNationEvents.com is where you can RSVP, grab your ticket and details. Okay, it's $30, but you're good after that, and that gets you on the boat, and you'll have a spot, limited space, kind of. I mean, I got the biggest boat in Lake Conroe. I mean, we're talking, I think it holds around a couple hundred people.
Wow.
This is summer 5, because we've done, 50 to 80 people. I've done that many times. And a couple of times we've run out of room. The boat captain's like, we don't have room. And I'm having, it's not that was not a cool thing. So
right.
I got introduced to, the Southern Empress, I'm pretty sure is the name of the vessel. It's like one of those, I don't know. It reminds me of like a riverboat, 2 stories and stuff with a big thing on the back. It's kind of that's the vibe. But music, drinks, hanging out, and having a good time. But just people in the industry that are looking to grow and collaborate, and just it's just typical event. I think with good people, good times for sure to be had, and that's what I've been about for a good part of the last decade is creating the atmosphere.
Yeah.
And then kind of letting the rest work itself out. You get, I love that. I'm like, Michael, look, here's Larry. He's like, this
they're connected.
Why you and Larry might click, go, and then let you guys figure it out from there. And it's that's me.
So when is the boat trip?
19th, May 19th.
May 19th. Okay.
Yeah, and I'm hesitant because I thought about doing it on the Memorial Day Friday, and I just changed the date. But DisruptionNationEvents.com, it's updated. I'm pretty sure it's Friday, the Sunset Cruise, the 19th.
Wow. And so this is your 5th year doing the boat tour, right?
Correct.
So it's such a creative idea, Taylor. Like, where did it come from? Like, what inspired you to want to be hosting a boat tour for real estate professionals?
A friend of mine did it. I think I saw it in Charlotte. I think that's where he was, and I was watching his Facebook stuff, and I'm like, I bet I could do that. I was like, I could do that. It's like, I bet people will come out, and And I was like, and then I doubled down on him too, because he did one and I did two. I did one in Conroe and one in Kima. I've done that every summer for the last 4 years. And because I got such a big boat this time, I'm just doing one.
Doing one. Wow. So
one
you were
shot,
doing
one kill.
like 2 a year.
Hang out.
Wow, 2 a year. That's okay. So so now let's pivot, because I know we do the master class as well. So why don't you talk to them about the master class and just walk us through what inspired you to begin hosting those on a regular basis?
Those are so much fun. That's like doing what you're doing with the podcast, and me too. It's a big thing to bite off and chew, because you're like, man, it's going to be a lot of work, and it is. And yes, it's worth it. You know, most tough things are, but God, we're pushing 40. I think I don't even remember. Was that our 39th or 40th one?
39th,
a couple weeks ago?
Yeah,
39. I can't keep up, but I moderated a panel with some, influential people that, got a lot of knowledge and help a lot of people that are there. And then we have a networking, set up afterwards. So it's Q&A, I've made a big part of that. And that's just something that I think has been cool. I've been to a lot of events, and I think that part gets left out. There's and I think some people, the way that it's orchestrated, they're not as big of a fan of the Q&A part, because you might have somebody ask something that maybe doesn't set the trajectory of how you want the flow of conversation to go. Yeah. But I'm not scared of any of that stuff. I think sometimes the curveballs are good. I mean, my company is called Disruption Nation for a reason. I like things that are going to disrupt, right? Because I mean, that's where the action is. Yeah. And but I mean, honestly, it's the same thing. I mean, I copied a buddy. He grinded on me just as a friend, right, and a mentor. He's like, you should do this. I'm like, like, you should put one of these together. I'm like, how often? He's like, every month. I'm like, every month? No way. I was like, do you know how busy I am? Like, anyway, so did 11 last year. I'm probably gonna do five or six this year. I'm launching and rolling out some other stuff, as you know. So it's not high priority to do these every month, but yeah.
And which may be better, right? Because it leaves people wanting more, right? It leaves people wanting to engage. But I can definitely co-sign on what you're saying. They're phenomenal events. You sign every time you have one, I'm going to be in attendance, and I'm going to be telling my agents about it, so they can come and participate. And we were honored to be on the panel last year. We're about to, I'm looking forward to being a guest on the podcast as well. So, I definitely encourage people to get connected to what you're doing over there with Disruption Nation. You're doing some awesome things over there, man. So, and I just really applaud your efforts in just showing up, not just for your boys and your family, but just showing up for the industry, man. So let's keep it going, brother.
Hey, I'm gonna give it right back to you for a second, to your people, your followers, the people that pay attention to what you're doing. I think it's remarkable. You're a nice guy. You're smart. Your energy is always second to none, and that carries a ton of weight, right? Because the enthusiasm and being genuine is something that maybe can be taught, but also I think a big part of it's just in your DNA. Yeah. And you got that, I mean, it's if you want to call that an X factor, you got it, my man. And I appreciate it, because like we, and I think that's why, we've been clicked, right? For like the last 10 years, we feed off of each other and in a powerful way. And that's what it takes. Cause I mean, not to talk shit, but like, not everybody's a mover and a shaker, and that's fine, because that's not what they want to do. I mean, the goal in this life is to be happy and but what you're doing, right? For example, you're teaching, you're coaching, you're a mentor, you run, an office with a lot of agents. So, I mean, that all right there, puts you in a position, of power, being the leader and being the teacher. And not a lot of people have that, or, care to do that or tap into those talents, which is a waste. You're not wasting them, you're using them. And I have all the respect in the world for you, man. I really do. So it means a lot to be a guest, on your show. So thank you for you bringing me on.
Absolutely, man. It took me too long to get you on here, brother, but I really appreciate, all those kind words, and everything that you said, man. So let's talk about, you're a big staple in the industry and the market, man. Like what's scary to you right now as it relates to the real estate industry?
Man, which direction do I want to go here? Okay. I'm gonna go social because I'm so embedded in that right now. I think what's scary is, potentially, the negative effects that could fall on people that aren't taking advantage of what social media has to offer.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I know you'll find it shocking, but I still feel like some people, even though maybe they do have a little bit of a presence and they're doing X, they're still thinking, oh, I'm just doing it because I kind of need to have it associated. But like, it's an afterthought, and I'm like, if that is the worst thinking right now ever that you could possibly doing, these kids, I'm talking about, like, look at our kids. What are they doing? They're going to be, people want to give a lot of credit to millennials and stuff. I'm like, they ain't got nothing on what's coming right behind them. Nothing. I mean, like the skins and the leveling up, and like I'll be soapbox the video game thing for 2 seconds because I know that this is our future and I love it. When I was a kid, I was a huge gamer. I mean, hours on end. You name the game. I mean, I wrecked it. And I wouldn't until I was like 29 when I finally, I was like, okay, I just couldn't justify a young dad, plus trying to make money or whatever.
Yeah, you didn't have
not a good investment at the time anymore. But man, from like 12, when my grandparents would come over, my grandfather was a hard ass, and he would be like, "You're gonna grow out of that one day." And my dad would give me a hard time. You shouldn't be playing these things. You're gonna grow out of it too. It's kind of it was frowned upon.
Right.
I'm doing the opposite approach as a father. My kids love it, and I'm. You got a few responsibilities as a kid, but let me handle hard stuff. You have fun, be a kid, and play your ass off. Just take care of your stuff. But please, I was like, I want you to play. I know. I'm setting them up for life. I'm like, look, here's the difference between me and you, son. I was like, when you're here, okay, you're leveling up. You're killing it. You're winning your Minecraft and your Fortnite and you're doing whatever. When I'm here, I was like, I'm helping people. I'm making money. I was like, I use the screen, the same thing. It's just, I'm getting paid. You're not.
Yeah.
But you will be. So anyway, I think it's important that kids do get the screen time, and I don't think that that's talked about enough. So
I don't think you can. I'm kind of on the same side with you, man. It's just not one of those things that you can't stop it, right? It's like going to the coast of California. Going to the coast of California and standing there looking at the Pacific Ocean and say, "Yeah, I'm gonna stop this ocean from coming." Like, bro, it ain't nothing, right? Yeah. So we got to learn how to surf it, right? Right? You got to learn how to navigate it, surf it, utilize it, and I think that's what we have to do with. I mean, because look, I made this joke from the event that I came from. We were looking at a Keurig. She's like, "You want some coffee? You got the Keurig, right?" And I was like, "Yeah, I guess I'll figure out." I said, "If it's too complicated, man, I'll bring you over here." She's like, "Oh no, if a 5-year-old, we brought a 5-year-old up here. If the 5-year-old knows how to figure it out, you can do it." This is what I told her. I say, "Look, man, that's not fair. Comparing me to a 5-year-old, they come out the womb technologically advanced, bro. But that is the generation. Like, they're so light speeds ahead of us as far as understanding the technological aspects of things. So, we have to, as parents, understand that and just help our kids navigate it. So, kudos to that, man. So you feel like the lack of intent that real estate professionals are putting towards how they're utilizing these platforms, this social media platform.
Yeah, and just a big missed opportunity too, right? Because I mean, what are you at the end of the day? You're in the service industry of a consumer that's looking to buy or sell, right? And you need to be able to provide them with as much information as readily and as easily, to obtain as possible. So you're not only providing value, but that's going to be a strong lead source for you. You can create a name as you should. You should create a podcast and a channel, and this is it. Because I think less and less people are paying attention to the news. I kicked it 20 years ago. I'm over it. I just don't pay attention. But where people are paying attention, I mean, they're looking here. And that's where. And so Washington D.C. probably ain't gonna help you or your family, whether you're Republican or Democrat. Doesn't matter. They're not taking care of my family, my kids.
Right.
I am. It's you. Doesn't matter who's in office. You're still going to be ultimately responsible for that. And anybody that thinks anything different is just
Got a rude awakening. They got a rude awakening. That's what it is.
Why would you want to put that in somebody else's hands to take care of your family? Like where's
where's that coming from?
You know, I mean, and they're probably not going to do as good a job as you are anyway. So like, you may as well just go ahead and carry that one on your back and take care of it yourself.
I love it, man. I love it. So what are you working on right now? Like we all have challenges, right? So in your life and your business, like what's one of the challenges right now that you're tackling right now?
Staffing up, scaling, you know, I mean, I want to get my second book out pronto, you know, like this is my first one, Rise in Personal Brands, Amazon bestseller, but Shock Value is the name of my second. So got it written, got a few finishing touches on it. I mean, all this stuff's a challenge, man. I mean, I think it's getting on the calendar. So it's not, I don't think one specific, it's a lot of opportunities and relationships that I'm looking to nurture at the same time. So it's fallen into place in a good way. I've put myself in a position to where, you know, busy people, you're like trying to get something done, you give it to a busy person type of thing. Like I'm saying yes a lot. Now, sometimes I block this out and I'm like, okay, I got to say no for a little bit, but I'm saying yes right now, which is it creates challenges, but they're good ones because I'm looking back over the last, you know, couple months and I'm like, this major shit happening. Like, good way. And then I wasn't even looking over here, and now that's a real thing.
Yeah.
And so it's the compound effect, man, I guess is that's where I'm at. So I don't know.
You built for it though. You got it.
Picking, choosing your battles. I don't know.
Well, that's good stuff, man. Well, look, brother, I really super appreciate you coming on today, man, and sharing your world and your story with myself and my audience. Before I let you go, man, do you have any final words or anything that maybe you weren't able to say that you want to say to the people before I let you go?
I want good people as members of the Disruption Nation Network. Okay. So please check us out and consider joining as a member. We have some super inexpensive low monthly membership, 15, 20, 25 bucks a month. And that gives you a lot. So from newsletters to event access to tips and tricks on social media. And it's a bunch of good stuff that is designed to help your business. So, I mean, there's an invitation, but I mean, otherwise, man, just, you know, keep up with Michael. And, you know, I know you got a gala Saturday. So, you know, I'm looking forward to seeing you at that and hopefully meeting some, you know, people that watch this on there and just keep killing it, man. Keep doing what you're doing. Happy to be a guest on the show. And I look forward to seeing you soon.
Yeah, man. Well, yeah, you know, I'm coming to Disruption Nation, man. So you tell your audience to watch out. CEO Coach Mike is coming in. So we're going to do that, man. And we're going to talk about the gala a little later. But yeah, when I see you on Saturday, man, I'm going to introduce you to some people and connect you with some people because that's what you always do for me, man. So I really appreciate all that you do, brother.
Yes, sir. Yeah, you too, man.
We'll talk soon.
Yes, sir.
All right, my people, man. I knew, man, look, go follow that young man. I mean, he is doing powerful things, showing up for the family as well as killing it in the industry. You want to be connected, man. So we're so thankful for Taylor Waidhofer, right? I bet I won't make that mistake anymore. Taylor Waidhofer, friend of me, and definitely a friend of Brooks and Davis Real Estate Firm. All right, so let's jump into what's coming down the pipeline. Well, we are in the middle of Realtors Week. Literally, when I finish, I'm going to be getting in my car and I'm driving to City Hall because we are preparing for our proclamation on today for Realtors Week. Today was Political Advocacy Day. We got an event tomorrow, Wednesday. We're going to be talking about, we're bringing in a program, talking about a program where participants can earn up to 45%. Right? Not 45,000, 45% off the purchase of a newly constructed home, right? So what does that mean? That means if a person is not using the program, they're going to pay full price. If you are using the program, you can get it for almost half the price. Come on, man. This is crazy. And then it's possible that they can qualify for an additional $35,000 on top of that. So we're going to be talking about that program, housing attainability. Tomorrow, beginning at 12 o'clock. It's a webinar. And then on Thursday, we have our Women in Real Estate Lunch and Learn. That's going to be on Thursday. Friday, it's a community event. And then Saturday, we're ending it with the gala. What Taylor talked about, we're estimating we have over 300 people, 300 tickets sold. So it's the movers and shakers in this industry. You want to be in the room. Great event, great keynote speaker. We're going to have vendor tables. It's going to be awesome. So you can go to HBREA Gala to learn more about that, or go to just the Houston Black Real Estate Association, hbreahouston.org, to learn more about all of that. All right, so later on today, we're going to be doing our Realtor Life Happy Hour, right? So our Real Estate Happy Hour Live, where just real estate professionals talking about a little bit of randomness, very lighthearted show. We look at some trending topics. We look at, what is going on on Twitter, right? We're going to we have our Real Estate Going Wild story that Margaret brings to us. Every week we have our real estate topic that we're going to discuss, as well as tip to agents. So, it's an awesome show. We want you to come in. We want you to get into the high rise with us, either in person here. I'll be here. Margaret will be here, or you can connect with us virtually. And we look forward to see it. So that's going to be today at 2:30. And remember, BND TV, we go live on Facebook and YouTube. So it's definitely a way for you to stay connected. And then tonight, I'm launching a new stream. I'm going to be launching a new stream on Instagram. The many ways to buy a home, real estate out the box, with michaelgdavis.com. 8 o'clock every Tuesday and Thursday. We're going to be showcasing these resources, like non-traditional resources, right? I just told you about one where people can literally get up to close to 50% off of a new home. How many people know about that? Let me fill you in on the secret. Not many. Not many people know about it. So, and that's just one of a whole lot of resources and tools that are in this marketplace that can help buyers, that can help sellers, that can help renters, that can help landlords. So I decided every Tuesday and Thursday, I'm going to be on Instagram. I'm going to be going live. I'm going to be showcasing these resources. I'm going to be fielding questions, pointing people in the right direction on how they can connect it and begin using these things. That's why I call it real estate out the box, because there's not one way. We got to start getting out of this profile of this thought process of this is how to buy a home or sell a home, and that's not the case. So many options. So starting today, and then from today, every Tuesday and Thursday at 8 o'clock, I'm going to be live on Instagram. So if you're not following, make sure you follow at CEO Coach Mike on IG. All right. So then tomorrow, we are going to be doing our new agent orientation. So this will be right after the webinar that we're going to be doing with HAR and HBREA that I talked about earlier, about that program up to 45% off. Right after that, we're going to be doing our new agent orientation at 2 o'clock. We do it every first and third Wednesday of the month. So we do 2 of them a month. And our goal is we want to make sure our new agents avoid the pain of feeling lost. When you sign on with a new company, and then that don't know anybody, don't know how to connect, don't know what to do, right? A little apprehensive about asking questions because you don't know how it's going to be received. But we want to eliminate all of that, because we're a family, and family doesn't behave that way. So that's what our orientation is all about. You're going to learn about all the resources. You're going to get connected to all of them. You're going to meet the leadership team, learn about our philosophy and our culture, right? You'll learn about how to get signed up with the mentoring and schedule your coaching and do what's necessary to get your business cards and your badge and the other, items from Brooks and Davis. So all of that's handled in that time frame. So for all my new agents, we want to make sure that it gets you in the orientation so we can get you taken care of. So then when Thursday, we have our Prime Real Estate Network, which is another part of BND TV's weekly lineup of shows where we stream live on Facebook and our YouTube channel. It's a great show where Larry, the co-founder of Brooks and Davis Real Estate Firm, and Ricardo Davis, my co-host on Monday Night Live, they get together and they interview entrepreneurs. You're going to learn people's stories. You're going to hear tips and gems that you can literally apply into your business, into your life, especially if you're an aspiring entrepreneur. So every Thursday, 12 o'clock, they shoot their show, the Prime Real Estate Network, another part of Brooks and Davis Real Estate Firm's B&D TV's weekly lineup. And then also on tomorrow, again, we're going to be doing another live. That's Thursday, I'm sorry. I'm going to be going live. It's my monthly real estate career night, right? It's in person, so they can come into our corporate office. I'll be here as well as our head of member recruitment, Miss Laverne Moore. You'll love her. She'll be here with me. And then we're also going to be live on Instagram. It's the one day of the month where I go from just being the broker of Brooks and Davis Real Estate Firm to the industry's broker, right? If your broker won't answer your questions, then I'm the broker that got your back, right? Come into the office, learn more about real estate. If you're thinking about getting into real estate, it's a phenomenal event to participate in. If you're a recently licensed agent and you're having a hard time getting some of your questions answered, hey, come on in or connect on Instagram and I'm going to take care of you. Spend an hour with me, right? And I'm going to take care of you. So we're going to start that at 5 o'clock. Again, in person here at the office, as well as on Instagram Live at 5 p.m. That's going to be on this Thursday during our real estate career night. And then finally, we have our group coaching. We definitely like to showcase that on a regular basis, our group coaching opportunities. As you can see, as a member of Brooks and Davis Real Estate Firm, you have an opportunity to have a coaching session every day of the week. And that's definitely something that we are proud of and that we're proud to talk about. In addition to our group coaching, I'm in a place where there's so much content that I'm coming up with, that I'm preparing for, that I now want to be able to offer these insights and this information to more than just members of Brooks and Davis Real Estate Firm. So as CEO Coach Mike is going on tour, right, looking for opportunities, speaking engagements to talk about these four amazing topics, right? These four amazing topics that when you really get a grasp of them, they not only can change your life, but not only can they change your business, they can change everything, right? So I know more people need to hear, more people need to be trained and supported and developed in these areas to help take their business to the next level. So if you have a group and you want me to come talk to your group, you want me to speak to your team, you want me to just assist you, sometimes it's just good for your team to hear somebody else's voice, right? Very capable of doing that, something that I want to do. And what I'm doing now is that I'm waiving it, right? Since we just started this thing, I'm waiving my speaker's fee. So you can literally have, as CEO Coach Mike, tap into my expertise, my experience, my close to 20 years of being in this business, over 1,000 transactions. I've had about interactions of well north of 2,000 agents through my career. You can have access to that at no cost. Bring me in, just connect with me, go to the website, michaelgdavis.com/bookings. And you can set that up. All right. And then we have our World Changers table, which is something that we do every Tuesday, right? Every Tuesday, I wanted to expand outside of Brooks and Davis Real Estate Firm. And I created this World Changers table, it's an hour group session. You spend an hour with CEO Coach Mike, and we can dive into whatever problems that you have that you can't solve. I wanted to create this affordable coaching option because I understand how expensive coaching can be. Now, it's worth it, right? It's worth it to spend that amount of money on coaching because, again, it's transformative. It can change everything for you. But I do understand that there's a lot of people that at the particular stage of their career, they can't afford what it costs. So we created this affordable option that we do on a weekly basis. There aren't any contracts. All you have to do is pay for your seat, right? There's only 4 seats per session because we want to make sure that we get enough value out of it. You spend an hour with that CEO Coach Mike, and we look at what it is that you're currently working on that we can move towards adjusting. So again, michaelgdavis.com/WCT. You can learn more about the World Changers Table. You can book your session. You can book your time as a part of the World Changers Table. We alternate between virtual and in person, right? So we do that. So you can do all of that on the website. You can do all of that on the website. All right. And then finally, it's one thing for me to say why you should be a part of Brooks & Davis Real Estate Firm, why you should get connected to at CEO Coach Mike. It's one thing for me to say. But what we've been working on compiling the voices, the social proof, the testimonies of people that we've been a part of, that we've changed their lives and they've seen the value and the impact. And now we're well over 50 testimonies that are on our social proof link. So it's one thing for me to say it, but I want you to hear it from other people. It's another thing to get 50 people or 50 plus people all saying the same thing about how we deliver on our promises. I can't do that, right? It's sincere, it's authentic. So I encourage you, go to our social proof link, right? You can gain access to it through our webpage. Right here is at BDREF Social Proof. It's our link tree. You can access it through the link tree. It's multiple places you can access to it, right? But if you go to Linktree/BDREF Social Proof, if you go to our career page, you see testimonies there. If you go to @michaelgdavis.com, you see testimonies. Wherever you see testimonies, they're going to give you that link to where you can go see all of them. And just listen to what people are saying. You have audio testimonies, you got video testimonies, you have written testimonies. There it is. There's my link. You have all of that you can gain access to, and you can learn more. So you ain't got to listen to me, right? I know I'm telling you the truth, but listen to all these others, man, and become a believer of what we're here providing, and come be a part of what we have going on so we can help change your life as well. All right, man. Well, look, I just want to remind everyone that we are going to, if you are thinking about getting your real estate license, or you've already gotten your license and you're considering making a change, you're thinking about buying a house, or thinking about putting your house on the market for sale, stay on right now. We got a very special message for you for that. All right. Shout out to Taylor Waidhofer, man. I told you it was going to be a phenomenal story. It was. Look into Disruption Nation, become a part of the nation, especially if you're a real estate professional. Go to the events, Disruption Nation events, so you can learn more about the boat tour. You can learn more about the next masterclass. Do those things, right? You won't regret it. Shout out to Taylor. Again, this has been the Real to Life podcast. I'm your host, Michael G. Davis, broker and CEO, Brooks & Davis Real Estate Firm, Realtor plus business coach. Looking forward to coaching you into the cosmos. It's time to take off, baby. Make it a great one. Hey, this is Michael G. Davis, CEO of Brooks & Davis Real Estate Firm, LLC. I am also a Realtor plus business coach. If you are currently have a real estate need, or you're in the process of getting your real estate license, or maybe you've already gotten your license, awesome. Watch this whole video because I have some outstanding news just for you. Now, if you are considering buying a home, we want you to know that we offer at no cost or commitment to schedule a showing for you to see any property in the Houston Metroplex. But when you hire our real estate company to help you, we will hold your hand and guide you through the home buying process step by step. Visit our website or give us a call at the number shown to learn more. Or maybe you're considering putting your home on the market for sale. We want you to know that we offer at no cost or no commitment a couple of things. First is the free neighborhood buying and selling activity report for your home. This report will show you the amount of buying and selling that has taken place within your neighborhood within the most recent 6 to 12 months. All we need is your mailing address and email address to get the report over to you. We also offer at no cost or commitment a free in-person property condition home evaluation. This is where one of our real estate professionals will come into your home and give you recommendations and advice on what changes to make to the condition of your home and talk with you about how these changes could help sell your home faster and/or for more money. But when you hire our real estate company to help you sell your home, we will put your home in front of more active home buyers than any other realtor. Just visit our website or give us a call at the number shown to learn more. Finally, if you are in the process of getting your real estate license or with a brokerage firm and thinking of making a change, we want you to know that we offer at no cost or commitment for you to be able to attend any Brooks & Davis real estate firm training or event. But when you join our firm, we will show you how to get everything you want using your real estate license. And what we believe real estate professionals want are an outstanding quality of life, the freedom of having options, and the ability to pursue what makes them happy. Visit our website or give us a call at the number shown to learn more.